Following program is four guys talking about the happenings in the world. This show is meant to be comedic and informative. The content expressed on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect the beliefs or opinions of the cast, their peers, friends, family, or co-workers. This show may contain strong and crude language for the sake of entertainment. If you are under 18, please get permission from your parents to watch and listen. If you are offended by the contents of this podcast, please do not watch or listen. Now, it's time for the show.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
President Donald Trump announcing that he has now ordered airstrikes against the Houthi rebels in Yemen. Want to pop this up on your screen? It is a portion of a post by President Trump just posted to his Truth Social. You can see it there on your screen. He says, "Today, I have ordered the United States military to launch decisive and powerful military action against the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. They have waged an unrelenting campaign of piracy, violence, and terrorism against American and other ships, aircraft, and drones." The statement goes on to say Joe Biden's response was pathetically weak, so the unrestrained Houthis just keep going. It has been over a year since a U.S. flagged commercial ship safely sailed through the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, or the Gulf of Aden. The last American warship to go through the Red Sea 4 months ago was attacked by the Houthis over a dozen times. These relentless assaults have cost the U.S. and world economy many billions of dollars, while at the same time putting innocent lives at risk.
Well, goddamn, bitch.
Well, hey there. This is the FLA Trash Talkers, and tomorrow is St. Patty's Day. And guess what, guys? I got my green beer here. Gonna enjoy some of the green beer. Hey, early, but that's what I'm gonna do right now.
I'm drinking orange beer.
Orange beer. What you got, Wally?
Tito's.
Tito's. That's American made.
All
American
right,
made.
put a little green food coloring in there.
American made, brother.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We are broadcasting live here on YouTube. We broadcast every Sunday, and you can be part of the show. Let's chat with us live on the show on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram. Just shoot us a DM, and we'll read it out loud on the broadcast. Just search for the FLA Trash Talkers. All right, it looks like we got 75% of us here. Wally, what's going on, bud?
Not much, man. Hanging out on a Saturday afternoon, a little late start, but
Sunday afternoon.
Or Sunday afternoon. Oh, my bad. Shit. I wish I needed another day off of work. But Sunday afternoon, man. Just getting ready for the show, man. I'm excited about the show.
Hell yeah, man. What about you, Keith? How's it going?
Happy Sunday, everybody. It's going pretty well. I'm sitting here. Breaking news: the Magic just beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Messed up my spread, my parlay, but they go Magic.
Oh, Magic. And I'm Jay. Dave can't be with us today. He's busy on Tinder looking for his new boyfriend. We got a lot to talk about today. Big show. We're going to talk about the free agency. We're going to talk about Trump's tariffs and how's that going to affect liquor prices. And did you guys know that Buc-ee's is opening up another store in Florida?
Can't wait.
I know you can't wait. But before we get to that, let's talk about this attack yesterday. So we sent troops over there to attack Israel because they keep on attacking our ships. What they're trying to do is make sure that the waterways are free and clear of piracy and terrorist attacks, so we can get our products imported and exported. What do you guys think about that? Do you think Trump did the right thing?
Go ahead, Wally.
I mean, if it's to protect our ships, I think it's Hamas that has been attacking us. But
that's correct.
So yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to protect, our ships. Our ships cargo ships are heading over there to take supplies to different countries. Yeah, man. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to protect our naval bases or our naval ships that are over there, because I believe they've actually attacked some of our naval ships. So yeah, I mean, it's all about, Trump's going to do what he's going to have to do in order to protect this country and do the right thing.
I agree with that 100%. I think that if I so in that whole article that I just played a second ago, uh, Trump said that Biden did not respond and did not react quick enough, and our ships have continued to be attacked and bombed and sunk. So I think So if you guys remember, in the first 100 days of Trump's first term, he sent 72 Tomahawks to Syria because they were messing around with some sort of chemical agent, some sort of chemical weapon. So now, they're bombing, they're attacking our ships, and now he does it again, reminding the world, hey, this is America. You're not going to mess with us. What do you think? What do you think, Keith?
I think it's a great call if they're attacking us. We are America. We have the strongest military force in the world. We have a couple that can compete, but we can kick anybody's ass. I strongly believe that. And if it's putting any troops at home, let's fuck them up before they fuck us up.
Yeah, I agree. Trump quoted, "No tariffs will stop American commercial and naval vessels from freely sailing the waterways of the world." I agree with that 100%. Good call on Trump. I think that it, it might even pass a message on to those guys out there that feel like maybe we weren't as wrong as they thought because of our previous administration. Maybe Biden pounding his chest a little bit, flexing his muscle a little bit. Perhaps it might show the world, hey, wait a second. All right, we got this guy back here. Let's not mess around.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe in the last probably 8 years, we've had any like war or attacked anybody. I think even in President Trump's first term, I think he was pretty like low key when it came to war. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember that.
No, he took out certain people that he needed to take out.
ISIS.
Iran's general he took out.
Oh yeah,
and I remember back then everybody was going, "Oh, he just started World War III," and the repercussions of taking out that Iran general was that they attacked one of our military bases near Iran and gave us like a 4-hour warning to let us know that they were going to bomb. And it was like a building that really didn't have no meaning or anything. There was no reason to even have the building there. But there were, U.S. Troops there. But they gave like a 4-hour warning that they were going to bomb this building. And all of our troops got out. They bombed it. They show it to Iran's people. And it looks like, Iran did something after we took out their general. And nothing happened after that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so no, we didn't have any wars. Biden as soon as Biden took office, Russia freaking
took over Ukraine.
Yeah, they start going into Ukraine because they knew with Biden in office. Putin was like, yeah, that dude's a dumb fuck. Nothing's gonna happen. So I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. And kiss my ass. And for the last 3-4 years, they've been slowly just marching into Ukraine, and that's why,
Well, Biden's been enabling the war too by sending billions of dollars to Ukraine.
That's shit. It makes me mad every time I hear it.
Yeah. We got people that can't feed themselves here in the States. They can't feed themselves, and we're sending trillions of dollars, billions of dollars to fund a war, enable a war that should have never took place in the first place.
Now you're going onto a path because you talk about extra spending. You could go into this Doge topic with Elon Musk trying to figure out where this extra spending that our taxpayers' money is going to, right? And then you could split off into immigration and how these illegal immigrants come in this fucking country and they get free, food, they get free fucking housing, they get, free health fucking care. But we got veterans that fought in our fucking wars to protect this fucking country, to allow us the freedoms that we have, and don't have a fucking pot to piss in. Like, it's so fucking stupid. And then you see these Democrats fucking doing these fucking sing-alongs and these fight fucking things. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You ain't do it. That does nothing for us as a country. The little bullshit fucking videos you're putting on and try to fucking sit there and turn everything around where it doesn't benefit the American people. We are tired of it, man.
Yeah.
We have to get back to this money that we're sending to Ukraine and illegal immigrants and all this stuff, man.
That money that we sent in Ukraine was uncalled for. Ukraine. I'm not saying we shouldn't have helped Ukraine, but I don't think we should have helped them financially the way we did.
Well, there's a lot of minerals and things in Ukraine that benefits, this country. So you have that aspect of things, but still, man, as soon as Biden took office, Putin fucking starts trying to, move his, take back what he think is the USSR and should be part of Russia. And
well, he want those minerals too.
Well, exactly. I mean,
whatever. I have no idea what minerals it is. I just know it's some type of rare, important mineral. And the same thing that we want, Putin wanted too. And that's the reason why he wanted to make it the USSR again, because that side of the USSR is where the minerals were.
Exactly. If there was no value to taking that country over, why would he be, trying to do it and having, thousands of men die, for no reason other than to.
No, there's motives behind there.
Exactly.
Just to go back to what you said, Wally, Doge claims to have cut a whopping $115 billion, basically saving around $700 per taxpayer in this country. Just to kind of go back to what you said, I mean, they found a lot of spending that shouldn't have been done.
Talking about Doge.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I say that? Yeah, they said about Doge claims to cut a whopping $115 billion, or in our terms, about $700 a year in taxes.
And then you see these people crying and bitching and complaining that the government's actually doing an audit on itself and finding things that our taxpayers' money is going to fund transgender sex changes in fucking Ethiopia,
Africa, a country that no one's like one of these little small town countries that no one's ever heard of. Losing billions of dollars for transgender.
We're about to lose some subscribers, but fuck it, I gotta say it. I don't think we should fund a fucking transgender surgery if it was in the United States, not alone another country.
Well, dude, in the military, dude, there was people in the military that would say that they were transgender and have the sex change while they're in the military and have the taxpayers pay for it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Not no more though, because I know if you can't claim transgender in the military anymore, I think they kick you out or something like that.
They since Trump's taken over, Trump has put an end to that, and they are done with that bullshit.
Yeah.
It saves our our tax money goes to, if it's not going to us, it damn sure better not be going to another fucking country.
Yeah.
And then so what usually ends up happening is they say, people, we got to have this, this bill for Ethiopia to have, transgender sex change, and we're going to send millions of dollars over there for that to happen, right? Then when that money gets over there, it gets kicked back to these fucking Democrats that are out there screaming and hollering about what's going on and how is Elon Musk allowed to do these things. It's because they are afraid that money getting back to them is no longer going to happen anymore, and that's what they're scared of, man. Because it's stupid shit.
Jay, you said something a few minutes ago. I'm not even being sarcastic. I literally, I'm not that smart. I want to know if the Doge save in our terms $700 annually
Right.
per taxpayer.
Yes. That's what the article says here, according to Fox News.
How do I get my $700?
That's a good question. I was kind of scrolling up and down the article to see if it says anything about how to claim that $700.
You know how you get that $700 when you're going to Publix and you're getting groceries.
Publix going up.
Instead of walking out, I saw this thing on Instagram. It was like, I'm getting stronger as I'm getting older. I'm walking out with $100 worth of groceries. Back in the day, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And he's walking out with one bag.
Publix raising their rates now. I had nothing to do with it. Publix raising their rates because Publix can do it. We're loyal. But
it goes back to the price gouging conversation we had last week.
I don't eat eggs, so I cooked this weekend, and my wife made the cornbread, right? So she said I need eggs to make the cornbread. So I went to Publix this morning. Like I said, I don't eat eggs, so I hear people talking about how expensive eggs are. I never once looked because I don't eat them. I paid $4 and some change for half a dozen of eggs at Publix this morning. I'm like, what the fuck? This used to be like $1.
Yeah, in certain areas, you can find eggs. 12 pack of eggs, 24 pack of up to $10 to $15.
Well, I saw a report where the prices are going to start coming down. So we'll see that within the next month.
Hopefully,
in our area.
I almost told her we wasn't going to eat cornbread because I almost didn't see where I should have spent $4. It looked like $4.50 on 6 eggs. That's like 75 cents an egg, dog.
Well, it's like, dude, I love wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to get 20 wings, you're spending
a lot of money.
$40, $45 on 20 now.
Bruh. Oh my God. I got a wing story. I almost lost my goddamn mind. All right. There's a gas station by the landfill on King Road. It's in Zone 1. Y'all know it's in Zone 1, King Road and Claricona.
Okay.
There's a crispy, crunchy chickens thing inside the gas station. I was waiting on one of my guys to show up. I said, hey, it's gonna be a while before I eat dinner. I told the lady, let me get 2 chicken wings. How much you think 2 chicken wings cost? Now
I would say they would have to be I would say with tax, I would say $2.78
each.
Yeah, so $5. We'll round it up to $5 for 2 wings.
$8
for 2 wings.
For 2 wings, $8.
Yeah, there's a spot here in Apopka called Hurricane Grill, and you order 10 wings. They're like $18.99 now for 10 wings.
I asked the lady, I said $8. So she said, okay, I'll give you 50-cent discount. She gave me 50-cent discount. I said $8. I say $8 for 2 wings. I say I almost don't want this shit right now.
Yeah,
2 wings.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how much these days, man. Hopefully, everything
life is just
doing what Trump's doing right now is trying to get some of that money back in our pocket, like it was, 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah, back when he was the president, then we were making more money on our paychecks, and the cost of living wasn't as high. So he's trying to build the country or get the country back to that.
I do a lot of gambling. Well, I can't say that too loud, but I do some gambling, right? So I understand that everything's a gamble. Like in the stock market right now, I dabble quite a bit in the stock market, and all my shit took a hit last week. So now I just got to be patient and hope to God that it come back up.
I mean, that's always the game of the stock market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has it ebbs and flows, right?
My shit took whatever you want to call it.
So, yep, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna talk to you guys about the tariffs, but if you have more to talk about on what's everything else, let's go for it, man.
No, tariffs, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, the tariffs I'm not sure how I feel about these tariffs yet, but I'm going to talk about something that's going to affect us personally, right? Liquor costs. It says here in an article, U.S. wine shops. It says importers say that Trump threatens 200% tariffs on European wines to kill the demand. Europe is moving forward with a planned 50% tariff on all American whiskey. So basically, what they're saying here is if you were to go buy a bottle of Jack Daniels or a bottle of a Jameson's, the 370 bottle, not the large bottle, not the handle. Right now, it's what, about $26, $32. They're saying that they're going to be a 50% increase to that. So you're looking at a $70 bottle of whiskey for the small one because of these tariffs. So while we are all drinkers here, we enjoy. I know we drink, Jay or Wally and myself, we drink American vodka. So I don't think we're going to be affected. But do you think these tariffs are the right thing to do right now?
I don't think so. I'll be honest with you because it's gonna. This is gonna sound crazy, but the people that the tariffs not gonna bother is not us. The people that's not gonna bother are the millionaires, the billionaires, the people who go to the grocery store, who don't even go to the grocery store. They send other people, so they have no idea how much they're spending. Right.
Right. The actors and the rich people, yeah, they have no idea.
But the people like us that work hard, look, we're not poor. The three of us, we're not poor. We all have great jobs. We all make damn good money, right? But it's gonna affect us. It's like Wally and I had this conversation earlier. You're really gonna have to watch where you buy your stuff from.
Well, it's not gonna bother me and Jay because we buy American. And I think that's the whole idea behind the tariffs is that
for people to work, spend the money here.
Well, so I believe, and look, I'm a garbage guy. I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world, but I believe I heard a report where there was a Japanese beer company that is going to build in Wisconsin a factory and start brewing their beer here in America because of those tariffs. Now, if you have other countries that are doing the same thing, what does that do for our country? Well, now it provides jobs, right? Now, when you go to the store and you're buying American products, who's beneficial to that, right? So you're buying American products, and the American people are benefiting from that. So
right, and you're reinvesting that money, our own money, in America. And I have heard that where they're going to start brewing beer here from other countries. I've heard that they're going to start possibly, is this talking rumor, that some of these distilleries that we're buying from across seas, such as Jameson's or Scotch and stuff like that, they might even open up distilleries here to be able to get away from those tariffs.
Trump tried to do this before, right?
Yes,
he ran the first time
back in 2016,
and then he got whatever, the whole thing happened, and he lost to Biden. And then, he wins now and he's trying to revert. So the next 2 years, he's trying to fix everything that happened for the last 4.
Right.
So we are really going to see any benefits from this from 2 years from now. As much as we want it to happen right now, to be realistic, we're not going to see anything happen in our pockets until 2 years from now.
No, I agree with that 100%.
And the sad part about that is, in 2 years from now, he's on the way out the office.
Well, okay, so that's
why he set up JD Vance to kind of take over.
No, I read about 3 weeks ago where he said he don't think JD Vance would be a good president. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I don't know about that. I haven't read that. But so when you look at like places like China and Russia, where they have these people in power for as long as they go,
forever, as long as they live.
That's I'm not sitting there saying that maybe we should have somebody there forever, because if you saw what happened recently with some of the people in Congress that have been there forever, but I think it should be
Biden was one of them. Biden was in Congress. Biden had a elected official title for like the last 60 years or something like that.
Yeah, and so, but I think we've got to get to maybe 6 years, and then maybe 12 total.
Okay.
Just
What,
bump
for
it
us
up a
to?
couple years, because that way you see how things start to go, and then you can actually try to change people's opinions, because it's such a quick turnaround where you're flip-flopping back and forth all the time. But if you actually saw the progress, you know what I'm saying, and then it might, people would be like, well, yeah, I actually see it now. Like, okay, the last
Let me,
5 years,
I'm
things
all
been
for
going good.
I'm all for a six-year term, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. The reason why I'm so I hate election year. I hate the year before the election year. You know how many friends I lose because I'm on the fence, right? I'm registered Democrat, but I'm all about how much money I can bank. I need to make a certain amount of money and invest a certain amount of money and get off my investments a certain amount of money. So I'm right there on the fence. But some of the stuff that people say in both parties, Democrat and Republican, is just downright disrespectful. So either way, I don't take it from either one of them.
Well, right now, dude, if you listen to either party, the Democrat, and this is why the Democrats lost so bad in the last election, was they never came up with any purpose or substance to how they were going to make the American people better. All it was a smear campaign. Talk trash, try to, just words. There was nothing that American people would go, okay, that makes sense. I'm going to get behind that because that's what I want. All it was just talking trash about the mega people and turn this into like this. I mean, I think they actually wanted to turn it into almost like a racial thing to a certain time.
They did. I think both parties
so
did.
Sad.
I think both parties did it to a point. I'm here to say if there was a strong male candidate on the Democrat side, Trump might have won. There was a lot of people that was Democrat didn't vote for Harris because she was a woman. A lot of people, America is not ready for a woman to be in control.
Well, not only that, a lot of people were. So the reports I was getting is that they wanted someone that the United States elected. They didn't want someone that was appointed because Biden had to drop out of the race.
Mm-hmm.
And the next, who's up next? Harris. And so a lot of people were saying, well, wait a second. I kind of see where Jay's going to go here, or Wally's going to go here in a second.
There's a couple women out there, man, that I could vote for, man.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that I think America wasn't ready for an appointed person. Not only that,
well, she was a dumbass.
You guys remember her laugh? Oh my god, her laugh was horrible.
I mean, did
you hear that for the next 4 years?
But not only that, but she did nothing. She was appointed to protect the borders and close the immigration, and she never went down there. You could not. American people, look, this last election actually gave me faith back into the American people, because of the way that the voting process went, because we were going back to a common sense society, and man, it's refreshing to see, man. Like, so when you see somebody that the Democrats appoint to be the president-elect, but she's done nothing in office, but then say she's going to do things different. Well, you had 4 years to do it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Fair enough to that. Fair enough to that.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was other people. But Joe Biden wanted a black woman to be his running mate, and I didn't understand that. But there was other women that was more qualified than her.
Way more qualified than her. Mm-hmm. Let's put it in perspective. If you guys watched the Democratic debates before, I didn't even jump into the race. There were other people there that even I might have gone. I mean, I'm a Trump supporter. I probably still would have gone with Trump, but there were a lot of other Democrats there that I probably could have gone. Well, I want to listen to what this guy has to say. I mean, he might give Biden, or excuse me, he might give Trump a run for his money.
I'm registered as an independent.
Really?
I don't pin myself a certain way.
Yeah, well, I'm more independent than anything. I'm like you. I'm more independent than anything.
I voted for Obama. Back then, I was younger. I probably didn't know and follow things as well as I do now. But at the same time, I try to use common sense. And my common sense is, hey, if it's going to benefit my pocket and make this country better, makes sense to me. I don't understand why there's all of these people in Congress and in the government that trash talk this country and try to make it seem like it's so freaking bad. If it's that way, then get the fuck out.
Exactly right.
I mean,
exactly. If you hate it here so bad, leave. Go see what it's like living in one of these third world countries. Leave and come back here and report back and tell me, oh crap, you know what? I'm gonna actually stay here in America. It's not that bad.
What's the chick name? What's the chick name? I can't think of her name. I want to call her Roseanne Barr. It's not Roseanne Barr. It's another comedian, actress.
She went to Scotland.
Yes.
That's Roseanne Barr. That was her.
No, that's not Roseanne.
She did go, but okay.
Okay, it's another one then that has a bunch of kids she adopted. She's gay and has a lot of kids that she adopted. God damn it, I can't think of her name right now. But she's not in Scotland. I think she's in Ireland. And this particular one is in Ireland. And she said she's already applied for her Ireland citizenship.
I don't give a fuck who she is. Good. Thank you. Get the fuck out.
The hell out of here.
What's the chick name?
Whoopi. Dude, I grew up. I used to love her as a comedian, but when she started talking politics.
Who that?
That lady doesn't know what she's talking about. Whoopi Goldberg. She's on The View now. That is the worst show that anybody can watch. Show.
They say
it's horrible.
Dumbest shit.
It's horrible.
I just don't even understand. But hey, there's women that get right behind it and they're brainwashed and they just think the same thing. And
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, okay.
Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Told you she looked just like Roseanne Barr to me.
They look alike. They're both just as annoying.
Same ones. I'm sure Rosie will be right behind her. But anyways, good. Hey, thank you for leaving. Don't I'm happy where you're at. Talk happy about the country that you live in. Keep America out your mouth, and you know what? We're gonna, the people that live here are gonna try to do the best we can, and have a happy life. And I think that's what it's all about, man. Until the Democrat and Republican Party really starts working together, man, it's always gonna be hard on us, because we deal with bullshit. Right? We are the guys that are working our butts off every day to pick up garbage. Do a job that nobody else really wants to do. We pay our taxes and do the right thing. And, at the end of the day, we just want a little bit more back in our pockets to, take our kids to Disney Worlds, have a vacation and, have a good time.
Have you filed your taxes yet?
I couldn't agree with that 100%. 100%. I mean, there's no reason why us here as hard workers, taxpayers, we don't have a few extra bucks in our pockets, or that if we're making our current salary, if the prices are affordable. I mean, have you seen a price of a new car? Like, if you guys need to go buy, look at the price of a new car.
I can't afford one right now.
A Kia, the Kia that used to be 35 grand when they used to be the economical car that you would buy your kid as their first car because it was 15 grand, 10 grand, 12 grand, something in there ballpark. That same vehicle now is 35 grand. Who can afford that? That's a $400 a month payment.
35 freaking grand.
Where's Kia made?
It's Korea.
Not here.
Korea. So, in April 2nd, that 35,000 is probably going to go up to
60. Well, it depends on right now. They're saying
about 45, 48.
48, because it depends on what the tariffs are. Because right now, it's at a 50%. Remember, now they want to tariff us back, these countries. So we can see prices range up to an 80% increase, according to this article from Business USA. 80% increase on these tariffs. So yeah, that Kia could easily be 45, 50 grand now. That used to be 12 grand.
So instead of going to get that Kia, you're going to go to Ford?
You go to Ford?
Yeah, it's not that easy though.
I'm not arguing that point. I'm
a Ford guy. Even though I have a Toyota in the garage, I also have a Ford too that I've had for a long time in my garage. if there's no way Ford, Toyota, Chrysler, Dodge, you name it, there's no way they're going to watch their competition, Kia, Toyota, Hyundai, raise their rates because of the tariffs, and they don't get in on the action. They're going to find a way to up their prices too. This shit is insane when you go to the car lot now.
Why would you do that?
They're not going to make it up, as much, but they're going to raise their rates. They're going to raise their rates too.
They may raise it 5,000.
Yeah, they're going to raise their rates too, just so they can say they're still competitive.
But still, 5,000 to 15,000. Where are you going to go? You're still going to go. Okay, so they padded a little to get there because they see the opportunity where their competition is going to go up because they're not making their products here. They do. So they bump it up $5,000 on the car to profit the stockholders, right? Is that a bad thing?
For the consumer.
No. What they're gonna, I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do. It's gonna be all about the incentives, not what you can get. That's how they're gonna lure people in the car lots, because cars getting ready to be astronomical. So they're gonna lure us in by okay, the incentive, we'll give you 1 year without making your first payment. We'll come in the first year and we give you free oil changes and free this, free brake job, whatever. They got all the car lots is gonna have that going on. Watch, but it's still not gonna have a damn thing to do with how much you got to pay at the end of the month for that damn car.
Okay, but if you're okay, and I know it goes back to consumer. Yes, who the hell wants to pay $5,000 more for a car that they're that's listed at a price right now?
Right.
But the American people are going to buy American products, so the factories are going to have, the people that work there are going to have stable jobs and things like that, where then maybe Kia decides to go, okay, so we're going to build a factory in Orlando, Florida, and 3,000 jobs come out of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a possibility. And then when the Kias and the other cars start going up, it's a good chance that Ford will start bringing their prices down a little bit. Do you think that's a possibility? Instead of paying 40 grand on a F-150, I don't know how much an F-150 is. I'm just throwing it out there, but let's say it's 40 grand. Now you're paying 30 grand. Now you're paying 32 grand.
It's 40 grand, 45 for F-150. I'm going to say base model.
Base product.
I can't afford that, man.
But yeah, I mean, so then, yes, hopefully now, other car companies comes into America, they're able to sell their product back to where they originally were. And if the American products went up 5,000, now they're going to bring it back to try to compete with those products that, we were originally paying. So it's always an ebb and flow, dog. That's what I'm saying. It's a game. And Trump runs this country as a
business.
Yes.
He does. And he did a great job, I thought, in the first term.
Dude, I remember paying $2.50 for oil or for gas, because the barrel of oil has gone down, and it's already started happening. I saw reports where the barrel of oil has gone down like 20-25%.
Well, you can see it at the price pumps. I mean, here where I live, I'm seeing gas prices at $2.91 compared to almost $4 last year.
What day of the week you see that? Because I see that too. The Wawa by my house. I think the Wawa by my house plays a freaking game, right? If you see gas on Wednesday or Thursday, it'll be like $2.71. But then you go back on Saturday to fill up, or Friday to fill up, is $3.15. Like, what the hell?
They're doing that peak product bullshit, man. There's a lot of tourists in town, so they're trying to get the people, and people are out moving around.
That irritate me, man, because I'm not in my personal car to the weekend.
And then they know that you're driving by that gas station. They know that you don't need gas, and you see that $2.71, and you're like, oh crap, I'm gonna go on Saturday and fill up my car. Saturday rolls around, it's back up to $3.15, exactly like what Jay said. It's their way of making money, and a lot of movement, a lot of people here in town, so they're going to raise that gas price.
Well, hopefully that comes in.
I was off on a Friday one time, no lie. I passed by the Wawa by my house. I said, oh shit, I was in the wrong lane to pull in there to get gas. And shit, let me it's $2.70 something. I get it on the way coming back. Well, I need gas, but I got enough to go where I'm going and coming back. 3 hours later, coming back, it was already $3 or something. This is insane.
No. Now the gas prices need to. So, you guys agree? If gas prices go down back to $1.80, our products, our consumer products, will be cheaper.
Hell yeah! But now transportation is cheaper.
Well, not just transportation. Everything that you make right now has some kind of oil base in it.
Yeah.
So
Everything,
some kind of
everything has some sort of
plastics,
mhm.
rubber, everything
petroleum.
that is built with it's made out of petroleum. So if the cost of the barrel goes down, the cost of making it goes down. Therefore, those companies are allowed to sell it at a cheaper price. Now, hopefully they do. Sometimes, when, they get to a certain price point, they expect that price point to stay the same, whether it's cheaper for them to make it or not. And sometimes, the consumer doesn't, benefit from that. So hopefully, yeah, with the price of barrel coming down for oil, hopefully it will trickle down to us. It sounds like Reagan.
But like you said, I don't think that's going to happen tomorrow. I think that's going to be a couple years from now. By the time we start reaping some of the benefits of what he's doing, reopening the pipeline in Alaska, price of barrel coming down, tax cuts, decisions that he's making with Dodge. Doge. How long is it going to take before we see that in our pocket? How long is it going to be until we live a comfortable life again? I say about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I want to see. I want my 700.
You want your 700?
I want my 700.
So do I. So do I. I want that 700 bad. Yeah, I wonder if Trump is willing to do a tax cut like he did last time. I know he did. We were making more money in our paychecks with one of his tax cuts. So I'm wondering if that's coming our way anytime soon.
You hope so. Like I said,
you have to.
It's going to take time for us to unfortunately, for us being kind of, there used to be a rich class, a middle class, and a poor class.
Not anymore.
I think it's rich and middle and poor about the same. So, but hopefully, we start to see those the trickle down effect, and we see where we're putting money back in our pocket. Now, if the products stay the same, but our wages go up the next,
it'll balance itself out
3 years, and the products stay the same, and those companies can sit there and say, hey, this price point, hey, we can make such a profit on it, and for the next 5 years, even if we don't raise it, we're still going to hit a certain price point 5 years from now. And as our wages go up, that's when the money starts, coming back into our pockets. Now, and then, okay, and then what happens, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. You get somebody else as a president, and they change things.
Everybody got to come in. Everybody want to put their stamp on it. They want to put their footprint on something.
It's just
he's going to reverse everything.
It's just a revolving thing. So hopefully Trump can get these, policies and tariffs and all these things, man, he's working on, man, and going as soon as possible, so that we can see the benefit of it as American people and vote for that going forward.
Now, I'll tell you, we're it's a good chance we're going to suffer before we see any benefits from it.
Oh, that's the ebb and flows of
yeah.
It all. Like I said, we're gonna gonna take a hit.
It's gonna get rough before it gets better.
2 years, 3 years from now, and I remember that with Trump then in his first term, it was later on in his term where I actually was seeing money back in my pocket, and then the whole 2020 thing kind of happened, and everything kind of
price of oil, price of gas came down. It was towards the mid to end of his term that you started seeing that gas price start dropping. You started seeing that extra money in your paycheck. So it's going to be the same thing here. We just got to hope that he's going to set up the next president to continue his path and not what tends to happen. The president comes in and reverses everything and changes everything back to it's a back and forth. Yeah. So we just got to hope that our next president in 4 years isn't going to do that.
Like I said, I support that Wally's idea of a 6-year term.
I agree. 4 years is too
Presidential,
short.
an election year wear me the fuck out, man. The truth be told, the reason I'm not on any social media is because election years. I just can't. I'm not a nosy guy. I don't give a damn what you had for dinner. I don't care what you ate for dinner last night. I definitely don't need to know your damn
political views.
Yeah, political views.
That's our age group, right? I don't post nothing. Like I see other people posting what they eat and what they're doing every 5 minutes, and I'm like, I could give two shits.
Exactly.
I don't think anybody really cares what the fuck I'm doing at 12:25 in the afternoon.
Exactly.
You know
Nobody cares. So, nobody cares.
So why am I going to post it?
Unless you're doing something, and it's the way the kids are. Unless you're doing something interesting, then they kind of live their life through you looking at your pictures, going, "Oh man, he's at the beach, or he's doing this, he's doing that." But other than that,
there's a lot of people that makes money doing it. Like, but for me, I'm just like, I'm like, nobody gives a shit that I'm eating, lobster or whatever it is.
I really don't care if you're eating lobster either, Jay.
Your life that boring. You're gonna care what I'm eating? Hell no. So that's the reason why I wasn't on no social media. Y'all forced me to get Instagram, but
well, you got to have Instagram for our show.
Exactly.
But our opinions is our opinions, right? And so a lot of people, especially when it comes to politics, yeah, you put your opinion out there. And you're going to get all these people just saying negative shit about whatever it is, how you're feeling. And I don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah. You know, and it doesn't even have their opinion. You can talk about a restaurant that you like, and people are just going to bash it. I don't know, man.
No, that's I tried to start a bin cleaning business where, we would come to your house, we would take your, toter, we would clean it with super hot water. And
I know somebody who did that, who started, who left the company, our company that we work for, and do it.
So me and a couple buddies of mine tried to do that, and so one of our advertisements was going on, Facebook, and advertising, what we did with, and the product that we had, and people were just so fucking negative. Oh, you lazy motherfuckers are going to spend $15 for some person to come over here to wash your trash can out when you're too fucking lazy to do it. Blah 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 blah.
Well, what's the difference between having a pool guy come and clean your pool for you
when you can do it?
When you can do it. So you're paying for the luxury. You're paying for the service, and there's nothing wrong with paying for a service if you feel the service is important to you.
Dog, I remember that you went to like Nashville or somewhere for this, right?
New Orleans to pick up a trailer and stuff.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
not a bad place to go to pick up a trailer. I'm sure you had a little fun there.
Great time. But people are just so fucking nasty, and it allows social media allows people to just express their opinions and don't really like news that you hear. You actually have to go and research the news to figure out if what's true or not, because everybody has an opinion about something and they can say whatever the fuck they want to, and people can run with it if it sounds okay and think it's actual factual shit.
Well, that's where the fake news come from, and then they run with it, and then it'll turn whatever that topic is into a shit show, pretty much.
It's wild, man. Like, I remember back in the days when you read the news or heard the news, it was actual, like people went and got, factual eyewitnesses and people that were there or know exactly what was happening, and did the research, and then they would report it, and then it was like, okay, you could believe that shit. Now today, with social media, and then you have AI, people like
that AI shit,
working that shit and throwing. I saw Tupac, man, look alike, man. I was
Toby.
Like, that motherfucker looks real as hell, man. Like he really was in Cuba, but it was probably some AI shit.
The AI is only going to get worse. It's only going to get better, and it's going to be a point where the president's going to come on TV, and we're not going to know, is that the president or is that a robot or is that a hologram or some sort of
what's funny is
CG.
Wasn't there a movie made about this shit? Like, didn't AI actually take over the world? And
there's been a lot of movies.
The Will Smith one, yeah, Terminator.
iRobot.
Well, the Terminator is definitely the one, man, where AI takes over the world and we're fighting fucking machines and
robots.
shit.
I mean, how many
Robots.
movies have to be made before they realize this is not going to work?
Well, we've already seen it somehow. We've seen it, and I don't know if it's because those movies were made and people were like, "Oh, that looks awesome," and that's why we're headed towards that direction, or like that's just the development of technology that we're going through, that we're heading that way. But it's scary to think that AI and machines could possibly actually take over the world, and now you're looking at a Matrix kind of thing, and man, that's a wormhole. I guess.
Man, that's a whole nother show because we talked about it a little bit. This same topic
last week,
and it's scary. I know nothing about AI. Again, it's my age demographic. I want to say I know shit about it. I dibble and dabble with it. I use GPT for certain things. Like I got a couple investments I'm actually working on right now. I have two separate ones, two different sides of the world. And Chat GPT is helping me out on both ways, on both of them.
I don't know, man. I would tell you.
Another drink.
Oh, hey, we're thirsty over here too.
Yeah, could you bring me
what's going on?
I know, no doubt. I need a drink.
I'm thirsty over here too. I'm gonna get water.
I'm fixing to make me a drink. But hey, so just technology, man. Cryptocurrency, man. Trump's trying to really, get behind that with the cryptocurrency and things like that, man. What do y'all think about that shit?
I know nothing about it. Literally, I know zero about crypto.
I don't know a lot about it, but I like what, for me, whatever Trump touches tends to be a good thing. So if he's backing it, it's probably got to be good for us in the long run. I think. I mean, are you good with the cryptocurrency? Do you like that you actually don't have a piece of paper in your hand that has or do you know that it's just invisible money?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about
like
it.
Bitcoin
I don't know about crypto. I don't know Bitcoin. I know Navy Federal Credit Union.
What's the difference between having that piece of paper that has a dollar currency on it and crypto?
Well, for me, it's nothing because I mean we talk about our bank account. Like today, I went to the store, I swiped my card. I didn't have a piece of paper in my hand. I didn't touch any money.
No.
You know what I mean? It was a swipe of the card. So
I pay
never see.
I pay everything through my phone, bro. I haven't pulled out my debit card forever. I pay everything through my phone.
Oh, you have your phone. You have your phone connected to your card.
Yeah.
What's your address, everybody? Don't lose your phone, Keith.
Either or, it's technology, right? We're not paying with physical. So whether it's crypto or whatever, whatever digits they put in my bank account, and then I'm able to deduct those digits to pay for something, it's all electronic, man. We never see it anymore. So what's the difference between crypto and what we're doing right now?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's the same thing. I think it's kind of the same thing.
Can I tell you why I'm afraid of it? To be totally honest, totally transparent. Ever since it came out, I've asked a lot of people. My oldest son is huge into that shit. But I asked him to explain it to me and he can't. I go to other people that's supposed to be experts in it. And I ask, explain this to me. I say, I need you to make this as simple as possible. And nobody can explain it to me. They just tell me to trust it.
So I don't know the whole technology behind it, because I know there's certain ways of building crypto, and like there's back in the day, probably 10 years ago, there was this big push to you could actually build it with programs and things like that. But as far as the use of it, supposedly, like if you wanted, let's say one of us was the freaking millionaire and we had millions of dollars in crypto, and we wanted to buy a piece of property over in France. Right now, with the way that things are done, you have to move things in certain banks and the escrow and things like that in order to purchase that piece of property or house. With crypto, it's automatic. It's like it happens overnight. So the functionality of it is supposed to be faster and easier in order to buy things worldwide, and that's the big use. From what I understand, I don't know if that's actual.
Because that's my thing.
I could be making all this shit up, motherfuckers. But
it sounds pretty official. I want to say that right. It sounded pretty official.
But I can't get nobody.
It was
to
so
say,
official over here. I choked on my water. I don't know if anybody recognized that.
No, I didn't. Hey, Jason, you might have seen this when it first came out. I used to ask everybody, "Hey, what if I just want to go take $20 out? How did I just get my $20? How do I just cash out and say, hey, go $20?" And everybody, that's a good question. And then in Miami, I would say about 5 years ago, Miami, there was crypto ATMs all over Miami.
Well, that's the thing. I think the whole point of crypto is to be a cashless society. A cashless society. So you wouldn't go and spend go get $20 from the ATM. You would use your crypto or your bank account. It's the whole idea of crypto, and from what I understand, it's to go into a cashless society.
Miami is such a melting pot of cultures and kind of like leading, like at least the state in tech. That's why I believe there was crypto ATMs. I don't know if there still are, because in Miami also at the same time, there was a lot of fraud with crypto too.
Yeah, back then you don't know who was actually like.
I'm
saying they were millionaires with Bitcoin and all that shit. But
people were extorting you. I don't know if you knew. I knew somebody that they said that if it was one of those phone calls where you get, hey, I need $1,000. I'm holding your grandma hostage, something like that. You know what I mean? And I had a friend. He said, all right, well, what do I need to do? How do I send you the money to free my grandma? And he said, you have to go and send it to me in Bitcoin. So he went and bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and then was able to transfer it to him via phone real quick, just like that. To find out, I mean, obviously this was a scam. To find out his grandma was fine the entire time, but they scammed him into sending him $1,000 worth of crypto.
But with that, the crypto is untraceable too, I think.
And it's untraceable.
Really?
Yeah. So if you lose it, if you lose it, you lost it.
So there's no way of tracing it back. So that's the biggest thing I think with the U.S. government is that's the biggest fear of them being able to track.
Yeah,
moving money from one account to another.
Yeah, how do you govern it? Because then that's the secret society, mafia, underworld type shit right there. Where hell, let's do everything through crypto if the government can't trace it.
That's why it's become such a big thing, because they want it to happen, because if they are able to do that, those secret societies and things are able to move money throughout the world, and nobody can actually trace it or track it. And if that happens, all kinds of weapons are being sold and deals are being done, and it'd be the wild west, I would imagine.
Yeah, I believe so.
But speaking of currency, when's Trump going to go to Fort Knox? I want to see him open up Fort Knox and see if there's actually any gold in Fort Knox.
Do you think there's any? I don't
know.
I feel I think we do. I would say we have to.
I'm totally clueless on this. Enlighten me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, so Trump said he was going to go to Fort Knox and he was going to open up Fort Knox to see if there's actually any gold.
Really?
Yeah, that's what you always hear, right? That's what American money is backed off of, is gold, right?
Well, yeah, Wall Street. That's yeah.
So is there actually really gold in Fort Knox? Now, he said this like a month. That's at least be a month ago. Now, are they making secret? They're bringing in gold in case he actually goes there to open it up and there's actually gold in there. But yeah, it's. I would like to see what our money is backed by, and if there's actually gold in Fort Knox or not. Since he brought it up,
it's the first time I've heard this. That is interesting. First time I heard of it.
Oh.
I feel like there has to be gold in Fort Knox. Yeah, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but you got to hope, really, right? Know? You got to hope we weren't. Well, we don't know, and you got to hope that we weren't being lied to this entire time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm curious to find out if there's actually gold in Fort Knox. Like, I would like to see the doors open and there be stacks of
gold.
Just yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Indiana Jones or some shit. Like, but what happens if they open it up? There's nothing there. It's like
just an empty room that they've been holding this entire time.
Exactly.
Like
Geraldo going to open up what was that show that?
I remember he opened up Al Capone.
Oh, Al Capone's secret vault or some shit.
Yeah, it wasn't shit.
It was empty. Yeah, it was empty.
That's going to be Fort Knox, man. You have cameras right there. Trump's opening it up. You see him moving the big, wheel. Breaks it open, carries it open, and you look inside. Bam! It's empty.
Nothing but dust and spider webs in there.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? All right, guys, we're coming to the bottom of the hour. Guys, we've been on for an hour. Can you guys believe that? I've been having a good time with this show.
Yes,
Great
sir.
conversation. We still got a lot to go, man. Before, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Just follow the Trash Talkers, FLA Trash Talkers Podcast. But now, I know you guys are more of the expert than I am. But let's what you think about the NFL free agency? Where's Roger Aaron's going? And Josh Allen, let's talk about his $330 million contract. Why are you guys laughing at me again? You guys are laughing at me again. All right. What's so funny, guys? What's so funny? All right, I'm parting the music. I want to hear what I did. What's so funny?
You were at St. Patrick's Day yesterday in Tampa.
Where is Roger Aaron's going?
Roger Aaron's going. Where's Roger Aaron's going?
Oh damn! Where is Dave when I need him?
What?
Where's Aaron Rodgers going?
Roger Aaron. Jesus Christ! Who cares about that guy? He breaks his ankle 2 seconds on the field anyway.
No, it wasn't his ankle. He tore his Achilles heel.
Aaron Rodgers.
Talk. Something's wrong with my fucking Achilles, man. It hurts if I make the wrong move. My Achilles. I don't know if I'm just old or not. I gotta go get that looked at. Checked out.
All right, we're coming to the bottom of the hour of our show. This is the Florida Trash Talkers. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and like and subscribe on YouTube. Just follow the Florida Trash Talkers, FLA Trash Talkers. Next up, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and where he might be going. Josh Allen's $330 million contract, which out of $330 million, $250 is guaranteed. Is he worth that? What do you guys think? Let's talk about this. $330 million is a big contract. Is he worth it?
Man, I'm going to go with this. First of all, we can't say the Bills on this show without fuck the Bills. We got to say fuck the Bills before we even get into this conversation.
Oh, they got Bosa. They got Bosa coming there, dude.
I know that pissed me off, dog. Don't say it, because one of my friends, I know if he's not listening now, he's going to listen later. Fuck the Bills, fuck Bosa, okay? And I was hoping Bosa can't. This is how calm. Let me tell you how calm I hit, right? I had a dream one night. Once the Chargers released him, I had a dream that he went to Miami Dolphins, and he was sacking the shit out of Josh Allen left and fucking right.
Oh, I heard there was a big push by Miami to pick him up, but Bills went out on that deal.
Because he's from Miami. His dad played for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing those two brothers got out of the state of Florida.
They shouldn't have got out of Florida.
Went to Ohio State. How did they not go to Miami, Florida State? I don't know, but hey, well, see, Buffalo's trying to get ahead of the game with the quarterback. Pay him early now. The amount of money sounds like it's a big amount of money. 5 years from now, you're probably talking $500 million guaranteed, and this is going to be a discounted price.
Who are they going to throw the ball to?
Well, they re-signed Shrek. Oh shit!
I know you're talking about Sherrod or some shit.
Sure. God damn it! They re-signed their number one wide receiver. You've got the dude from Florida State coming back next year. Coleman. Coleman's going to be there. You still got the tight ends. Kincaid. So I mean they're set as far as offense. You've got Cooks in the backfield, right? So I don't think they need that offense, and he proved it this year. I don't think they need a big splash wide receiver. I think they move the ball down the field. That was the biggest reason of getting rid of Diggs. Because he didn't have to worry about throwing him the ball without him getting pissed off and fucking up the team camaraderie.
I think that's the reason why they can't sign a big time receiver, because he run the ball a lot. Not saying it's not working. It's working. It's damn sure working, but it's working now. I think.
Look what Jalen Hurts did to Saquon last year. You know how many touchdowns Saquon would have because he ran the ball down to the 1 yard line, and then
need a tush push.
And Jalen would score and get the damn. He's probably scored at least 10 touchdowns, and then could you add that to what the year that Barkley had? Oh my god!
But bro, it could be 3rd and fucking 7, and Josh Allen's gonna run a bootleg right.
Hey, if it works, it works.
This is my fear. Josh Allen was drafted 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's in his late 20s now. If they don't have a strong receiver, somebody gonna fucking kill him. He's getting older. So running like that, somebody gonna knock his big ass out.
They've been saying that for years. I mean, that's the biggest fear of his. Hey, all the time eventually catches up to you.
Every fucking breath he takes, he's getting older.
Okay, I get it. But at the same time, it works for him right now. So, and they're kind of going all in. You bring in Bosa.
That's another injury-prone motherfucker. Now he's not playing, but it always fuck him. He's an injury-prone motherfucker too.
Well, but if he has,
that's the reason the Chargers cut him.
But if he's able to stay healthy, I mean, that defense is going to be,
If I'd have had the right numbers last night, I'd have won the lottery.
Well, yeah, I hear you. Well, what do you think about Myles Garrett staying in Cleveland?
That was some bullshit. How are you gonna make that big ass claim? Hey, I demand a trade. I forgot how much money, but he's like the highest non-quarterback now.
Non-paying quarterback, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're Myles Garrett,
it was Max Crosby, which was the dumbest shit in the world to me too. But then he took Max Crosby's position.
Yeah, but okay, so you're Myles Garrett. You say I don't want to play for Cleveland, but Cleveland has all the cards in their hands because they are the ones that dictate whether they can trade you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're Cleveland, are you going to trade away the best defensive end? And
no, it's got to be a hell of a return for me to trade him. And
right. So if
other teams wasn't willing to give up 2 or 3 key pieces for one defensive end.
You're looking at least for what, 2 first round, maybe 3 for somebody like that. No, you're probably
looking at the 2025, 2026 first round, and maybe 2025 second round also.
So Miles was like, all right, so I'm stuck here. How are you going to make me feel like being here and putting in my 100% beyond the team? How are you going to make me feel like it's worth it? And what they did was, okay, we're not going to trade you. We told you we ain't going to trade you, but we're going to pay you and make you the highest non-paying or non-playing quarterback in the league. And that's how it happened. Did he want to go somewhere to have an opportunity
to be competitive
to play for the Super Bowl? Of course he did. But with Cleveland, holding all the cards, there's nothing he could have done other than what he did and make that statement to force a trade, and it didn't work out.
That's like Tyreek Hill said that he wanted to be traded from the Dolphins. And I think Drew Rosenhaus went and told him, bruh, sit your ass down. You make too much money right now. The Dolphins aren't going to trade you because they made him at the time, he's the highest paid wide receiver. This other contract came in after that. But he's in the top 5.
It's over $100 million.
Oh my God. On Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, 123?
Let me see. I can tell you right now, Tyreek Hill contract is insane. But he'll never get another contract like that. And no other team willing to pay him that either.
Well, he's not going to get a contract like that because the Dolphins suck and they aren't going
to. He has a $90 million with 65 guaranteed over the next 3 seasons.
It's a little more than that because they redid it last year. It was they redid it. After they redid it, it's $120 million.
Oh, yep, I see it here.
Yep,
they signed for a 4-year deal, $120 million with the Miami Dolphins.
And 52.5 guaranteed.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't scroll down far enough.
Yeah. They redid it like in the middle of the season last year.
Yeah. So I mean so with Myles Garrett, there was no place for him to go. Now Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers Aaron.
Roger Aarons.
Aaron Rodgers.
He plays for Milwaukee as well.
Does he play this year or does he retire? I guess that's the first domino effect. Does he decide to play or does he decide, fuck it, I'm done. Done everything I can. It's time for me to retire.
I think he retires.
I think he's going to try to give it one more year. I believe, just like we had the COVID year in 2020, I think he had the Achilles year. That he think he has one more year left in him after the Achilles year.
Well, there's no doubt he was playing better at the end of the year, and I'm sure at the beginning of the year, coming off that Achilles injury, I'm sure he didn't play. He didn't feel comfortable in the pocket. There's a lot of things that were going on, but at the end of the year, he was playing well. I think he had 20 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. I mean, I think he had over 3,000 yards throwing the ball. So, I mean, those are great stats. Sounds like he can still play. But
where does he go?
Does he go to Pittsburgh? Does he
Man, that's where it's looking. I don't see him going to Pittsburgh, Minnesota.
I say Minnesota's the best spot.
I don't think he's going to the Giants only because it's known he's not a mentor. He's not teaching nobody shit. And the Giants have such a good draft pick. They're going to get a good quarterback in the draft.
Okay, but he's going to Minnesota. If you say he goes to Minnesota, they got the rookie JJ.
I know you're talking about that kid should be starting
out of Michigan.
Yeah, that kid is great. I know you're talking about them.
But so if he goes to Minnesota, are they trying to do the 1 year and he tried to bring JJ along to play and be a number 1 starter next year, or does he go to Pittsburgh and plays there and he probably get a 2-year deal in Pittsburgh with DK Metcalf going to Pittsburgh? And
that's where DK went?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know DK left Seattle. I didn't know he went to Pittsburgh.
Hey, he went to Pittsburgh. And then you got Pickett's on the outside. Those are 2 number 1 wide receivers, man. So you talk about Minnesota. Yeah, he's got Jefferson and Allison.
I don't think that what's the head coach for Pittsburgh? Thomason. I don't think Tomlin. I don't think Tomlin and Aaron can vibe together.
They get along. No, they get along.
Oh, they do?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they get along. So I think but Pittsburgh running game, they just lost
they traded him, didn't they?
No, Harris damn.
Najee Harris.
Yeah, he went to Chargers. So the backup was Warren. I want to think was it Warren the backup? So what do you have at what do you have at running back now? You got 2 great wide receivers. You got a good tight end. Is that better than going to Minnesota where you've got Jefferson?
You got Justin Jefferson.
You've got
that motherfucker. That
Aaron
motherfucker.
Jones.
Nice.
Aaron Jones at running back. He just resigned.
Mm-hmm.
And he played with him.
What's that tight end? What's that tight end for Minnesota? He good too.
Hawkinson.
Oh, that motherfucker good.
Oh yeah. So you got a good tight end. The offensive line is really good. Okay, so let's say Aaron Rodgers goes to Minnesota. What does Pittsburgh do?
They keep I can't think of his name. I call him Sierra's husband.
Russell Wilson.
They keep Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but Russell's been talking to the Giants.
That's only because that's only because he's not certain where Aaron Rodgers is going. Because the same, just like we're talking, everybody he hearing the same conversation everybody else having. So they gave him permission to go see talk to other teams.
Yeah, but they wanted Justin Fields.
And Justin Fields just got signed to the AFC, the Jets.
Yes, he went to the Jets.
Oh my God! Did you see the Dolphins sign Zach Wilson as his backup?
Yeah, I saw that.
The season is almost over already.
That the article you sent me?
Yeah. So, but Justin Fields going to the Jets. So Pittsburgh's now. So you let Justin Fields go. You're waiting on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could, and I hear the head coach of Minnesota and Rodgers have a good relationship, Kevin O'Connell. Then you have, so let's say Rodgers goes to Minnesota. Pittsburgh's let freaking Fields go. You're letting Russell talk to other teams, but you just signed DK Metcalf to $100 million freaking contract. Who's throwing them the ball? Like, what is Pittsburgh doing? Like, they have to make a decision soon.
In their head, they probably know they're going to have either Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but they can't wait. I mean, they have to. I would imagine
this need to be locked in before the draft.
It should have been locked in over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So and then did you see Minnesota, Sam Darnold going to Seahawks?
I think he was leaving Minnesota.
Well, I thought Minnesota was going to keep him, but hey, Seattle gave him like $55 million guaranteed. I think it's a 3-year contract. Now the thing in Seattle is you just let DK go. Lockett's on the way out.
Lockett's on the way out. Yep.
So who is he going to be throwing the ball to? So Seattle's up in the air. And then the other quarterbacks that's available. Did you see Daniel Jones going to Indianapolis?
What?
Yeah. So Daniel Jones went to.
That's a third string. Wait, sign as a third string quarterback. That bitch, sorry.
No. Oh, he's going to compete. He's going to compete for. Yeah, he got like a 1-year, $14 million deal. He's going to compete.
Oh yeah, damn. Okay.
With Richardson, because Richardson, nobody in Indianapolis knows exactly what Richardson's doing.
That was thank God there's no Florida fans on his show. That was the biggest shock to me that he went high as he went in the draft last year.
Well, he's really talented. He just hasn't played enough ball to play in the NFL. So if you can get somebody like Daniel Jones to come in and kind of be there for maybe 2 years, maybe the ideal is you bring Richardson's up, and in 3 years, it's kind of that Trey Lance kind of up in the air. Hopefully he'll turn out to be a quarterback. If not, you have somebody to take his place.
But Sam Darnold sucked when he played for the Jets.
No, Donald Jones.
Daniel Jones, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. Daniel Jones.
The Giants.
He played for the Giants. Okay, Jets, Giants, all of them play in fucking New Jersey. But he sucked when he played for the Giants.
He played all right. And dude, the guy can run. He's athletic. I think that might be a bridge there. We'll see what happens with that. Chris Godwin going back to Tampa Bay, I think is a big deal.
Yeah, that was a huge deal. That was a huge deal.
Huge deal for the locker room. So Tampa, bringing Godwin back, and then I think they signed Riddick from the Jets, who came from, I forgot what team he came from, but went to the Jets, held out until the last half of the season. They finally signed him, played a couple games. Anyways, he's going to Tampa Bay. You got Devontae Adams going to the Rams. I think it's a big deal.
I think he wanted to go back out west. He only came to the Jets because his relationship with Aaron Rodgers. So as soon as Aaron Rodgers, they cut Aaron Rodgers or whatever they say, they knew Devontae Adams knew he was gone too.
Well, I think the Rams just got.
Where the Rams get all this money from? Because they re-signed a lot of the players too.
Yeah, but they let Cooper Kupp go,
and he's not playing with anybody.
Yes, he just signed with Seattle.
When? Last night or something?
yesterday or Friday evening or yesterday, yeah.
Son of a bitch, because I want him to come to Miami. I want him to come to Miami
So
too.
Sam Donald, we talked about who Sam Donald's going to throw to. That's right. They just signed. They signed Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
Yep. So you got Cooper Kupp going to Seattle. Devontae Adams going to the Rams. I think that's huge with Stafford being there. Gives them another weapon.
Yeah.
They could have beat Philadelphia Eagles last year in the NFC Championship game. So I think
I'm not a Devontae Adams fan. I'm not a Devontae Adams fan. I think he's a whiny ass crybaby.
I don't know if he's a crybaby, but he's never been one of those guys. I think because of Green Bay, him playing at Green Bay, and because of Aaron Rodgers, I wasn't really a big Aaron Rodgers fan.
I'm still not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Yeah, so he's whether it's his fault or not, he's always in the news, so I get tired of that.
Yes.
Just like the Dallas Cowboys. Fuck you, Cowboys. I hate you fuckers.
Yeah, fuck them too. Fuck the boys.
I can't stand them. But Hopkins going to the Ravens. What do you think about that?
I just found this out yesterday. I had no idea that he went to DeAndre Hopkins. Went to the Ravens. The wide receiver room is full, bro.
But can Hopkins still play? Because he really didn't do much with KC last year.
I don't think he fit Patrick Mahomes' scheme.
He's not explosive enough to get off the one-on-ones.
No, he's old.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So does that actually help the Ravens?
I think they're gonna line him up, and as the slot receiver. So he's gonna be maybe
one-on-one with a nickel or
he's not gonna be lined up on a corner.
Yeah, maybe that's their idea. I'm curious. KC signed Marquise Brown back. So Hollywood's going to stay back in Kansas City. I believe Kansas City signed somebody else as a wide receiver.
Do you know why they call him Hollywood Brown?
No.
My youngest son broke this down to me. Okay, he's first cousins with what's the crazy receiver he used to play for Pittsburgh? Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
Okay, him and his first name, so Hollywood Brown is Antonio Brown's cousin. Antonio Brown is from Miami. Apparently, Hollywood Brown, Hollywood's not his first name. He grew up and played football in Hollywood, Florida, which is right on the other side of Miami, right? So his family used to always call him, that's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown. So it followed him to the NFL. Nice.
Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, and then so Amari Cooper and Stephon Diggs are still not signed. Where did they end?
Whoa. Amari Cooper's not signed?
Nope. He's still out there on the free agency.
How much do you want to take a pay cut? We can bring him home, baby. We can bring him home.
I mean, he didn't do much with the Bills. What are you trying to? What are you?
It was too fucking cold up there. He need to come home.
Well, what about Stephon Diggs? I mean, Stephon Diggs, I know he's coming off an injury. I forget what it was, whether it was his knee or.
But Stephon Diggs, he's another crybaby. He's a whiny crybaby motherfucker too.
Well, that's what goes back to Josh Allen and being able to have the season that he had last year, right? So a lot of interesting stuff. You got Jameis Winston still out there. Where does he end up? I think that's a quarterback to watch out for. I think he still could possibly.
We need to get Jameis Winston on the show, man. I saw some of the clips y'all talking about.
Oh, Jameis Winston is awesome.
I'm gonna reach out to him on social media and see can I get him to
that would be awesome.
Come on our show.
That would be awesome.
He's definitely a character, and I love listening to. So, but yeah, man. So free agency, it's been wild the last week. There's still some key players out there, so we'll see what happens. And then we got the draft coming up, so it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Hey, Amari Cooper need to come home. Amari Cooper needs to come home. Him and I graduated from the same high school. I'm much older than him. I'm old enough to be his father. But we graduated from both of us graduated from the great Miami Northwestern.
Nice.
Amari should have went to UM. He didn't. He shouldn't. I don't even think he went to college in Florida.
He went to Alabama.
Yeah, he did.
So that's another thing, man. There's so many players that have left the state of Florida. You talk about the Bosa brothers. You talk about Amari Cooper. I mean, there's so many guys that have left the state of Florida. If we was able to keep those guys in house like they did back in the '80s, you're talking Miami, Florida, and Florida State being the top freaking teams in the country in college football. But
like it used to be.
Yeah, but that's another story. But that's another show. I'll be right back.
Go get you a drink.
Is that where you're going? Is he gonna go get himself a drink?
He's going to get a drink.
Or does he have to go to the bathroom? He's been holding it long enough. All right. So while he's gone, let's talk about this. Keith, father gets 13 years for shooting a youth football coach over son's playing time. What do you think about that? Did you hear about this story?
Bro, this is weird. This is scary. I have coached youth football and basketball for a long time.
Right.
And, down in South Florida, not South Florida, South Orlando, you have a little area called Hunters Creek.
Hunters Creek, yep.
I lived in Hunters Creek for many, many, many years. I raised my 3 oldest kids in Hunters Creek. I coached football and basketball in Hunters Creek. I started my own football league down there. And for a parent to come and shoot a coach over playing time,
yeah.
Oh my God! A lot of my friends still coach youth football. And
it says here, a father in Missouri was sentenced to 13 years in prison on Thursday for shooting and wounding a St. Louis youth football coach over his son's playing time while other children were there watching. Originally, the coach wanted to have a fist fight with this child's father. So they both were carrying weapons. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah,
disarmed himself to go to hand-to-hand combat. The father said no and shot him 5 times, leaving him critically injured.
Now, the crazy part is for the coach to have a gun on the field.
That's crazy. I don't know if I want my coach.
My kids couldn't play for them. That means
no. If I would have known that.
That means there's a few variables there. That means either that park, that area, something is bad. That coach is hiding from somebody, or he's looking over his shoulder all the time for somebody. Or it have gotten close. The parents have gotten close to confronting him about playing time with their kids before. Either way, that is a recipe for disaster.
It is. I'm trying to see here in this article why it says the coach was carrying a gun, but it doesn't say anything. So we can only speculate on why he was carrying a gun. Like you said, he could have felt like he was in danger from other parents, or maybe he had something else going on his personal life. But I would not let my son play for a coach that I know that had a gun. I mean,
not at all.
You know how many things could have gone wrong with that, and there were kids playing in a field right down from where the shooting happened.
The gun could have fell and shot a kid. It could have. Oh my God! You know how many times as I'm coaching, sometimes you have to get not say physical, but you get your hands dirty. You showing the kids how to block. You showing you running drills with kids. And what if the kid grab the gun and shoot me or shoot him or shoot somebody else?
Yeah, you just never know. That gun falls out. Another kid picks it up. I mean, you have little kids here, 9, 10 years old. It says here, according to ABC
they
News.
were 9 and 10 years old.
When they see a gun, they're thinking the same thing we all thought when we were kids. You know, it's
Pull
TV.
The trigger. Pull the fucking trigger.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen because you know what? That guy's gonna be in the next movie. You know, so it's the same thing's happening here. Until you teach your kids that, right? Any child could have picked up that gun off the ground and fired and hit anybody, another child, another parent.
When I was a kid, before I learned about guns, every time I saw a gun, play gun, toy gun, cap gun, no matter what, the first thing you do, you aim and pull the trigger. Aim and pull the trigger every time. As a boy, that's what you do. It's just something in our nuts that make us aim and pull the trigger.
Yeah, you pick up that pellet gun or that BB gun, and you kind of just start. I remember shooting a BB gun that I found at trees. You know.
Yes, we used to shoot frogs.
You should shoot frogs. Where were you living? Wally, we're talking about this 13-year-old. This father who got 13 years in prison for shooting his football coach because the argument was over playing time for his son. So apparently, it doesn't give much color on the article here. But this is what we know. We know that the coach was carrying the gun, and the boy's father was carrying a gun. We know it was it was due to playtime. So for me, it kind of sounds like the kid didn't get enough playtime, at least in his father's eyes. I'm sure he's probably doing whatever youth coach does and gets everybody playtime. Um, so what do you think about that? I mean, we got coaches with guns, we got fights happening, uh, guns going off. That's what Keith and I were just talking about. After you let your black and mild.
So I have experience with this.
Okay.
You do.
Not
You the one?
violent. It wasn't a violent, act, but so my son played soccer for Orlando City Youth Academy here in Lake Mary, and so I would volunteer to help out with the coaches. I'd be like I'd be the guy on the sidelines, just assisting the head coach if he needed something done, or just helping out any way I could. So one tournament, he obviously coached multiple teams in order to make money. So to a certain tournament, one of his other teams was playing like overlapped our game. So I was there, and he's like, "Hey man, last 25 minutes, man, of the game, you take over." It might have been 35 minutes. The last 35 minutes of the game, you take over. I got to go do this. I got to, get
Because he had another game.
Right. So he had to go over to, to the other side of the property, the complex, in order to coach them. So I'm sitting there, man. I'm like, okay, like this is my first time kind of, being kind of the head coach. And
it's a rush.
I'm trying to win the game. It's a tournament. I'm trying to win. And there was a certain kid that I knew, just when he got in, he really didn't care. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of was on the field and he would just run around, and I think he did it to appease his dad and family, but he wasn't into the game. So I made certain substitutions because I'm trying to win the game. I didn't play the certain player. And dude, after the game, the parent came running up to me. "I didn't pay all this money for my son to sit on the bench, blah blah blah," and it got right up in my ass. And I'm like, for one, motherfucker, I'm just filling in. Like,
I'm helping.
I don't even really know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, or if what I'm doing is right. I'm just trying to help out. And two, the fucking son sucks. Like, I hate to say.
Did you tell the parent that his son sucked?
No, I didn't. I came this close to saying it, but I was just like, "Oh, my bad, dude. Like, I really didn't know what, I thought I got everybody in just to try to cover it up because I didn't want to be that fucking harsh to the guy."
Right.
But in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, but yeah, man, parents, man, they flip the fuck out, dude. They
do.
They go crazy. At Orlando City, that actual head coach got suspended and kicked out of the academy because he didn't appease to the parents and do what the parents wanted. So there's a fight, right? So you have Orlando City Club, and they have this youth program, and there's different stages. They have like gold, bronze, silver, bronze teams. The higher your kid plays on, the better teams that they play against, and they get more notoriety, and also it costs more. So, and then you have silver, it's a certain amount, bronze is a certain amount. And so when you go there and you try out, you want your kid to be on the best team possible, right? You want your kid to be on the gold team. Well, if in your mind as a parent, my kid's the greatest thing in the fucking world, he should be on gold, and he doesn't make gold, he's on a different team. It might be purple and orange now. I forget what they do now. But if they don't make that top team, then they bitch and complain, and they say, "Oh, well, I'm going to take my kid to another academy." Well, then the academy, Orlando City, hears that, and they're like, "Well, we don't want, let's say it costs $2,000. We don't want that $2,000 going to another academy." So then they try
They
to
make
appease
adjustments.
they try to appease to a parent, so that money doesn't go away, and then they ultimately get rid of the coach because the parent is upset with the coach, and the coach is actually doing the right thing by sitting there saying, "No, your kid's not actually that fucking good. He needs to be down on the lower levels in order to, become a better player." But because the academy is scared of that, they appease to the parents, and it gives the parents power. And so when you hear stories like this, these parents get so crazy, and you think about the money that, like, back when my kid was playing, they weren't NIL deals. Hell, I hear
Right.
NIL is now in the goddamn high school.
It is in certain states. In certain states.
So if you have an opportunity for your kid to try to get an NIL deal in high school, and you're bringing in, let's just say, $5,000 extra a month, is that not a lot of money? You're talking. I mean, I doubt they do it for the whole year. Let's just say they do it for the football season. That's 5 months. That's an extra $25,000 that's coming into that house. That's income coming in. So these parents get fucking crazy, man, and they're not even honest with themselves because they see their kids and they love their kids so much, and the kid is the greatest thing in the fucking world. I just love them, right?
Father of the year advice right here. Father of the year.
They suck. The reality of it is he's not that fucking good.
Listen,
I agree with that.
I became a pro at it because when I coached, I don't know how, if y'all can believe this or not, I don't know how the fuck I was designated the parent control. Whenever a parent freaked out, I was the one that had to come talk to the parent, no matter who team it was on, whether it was my team or anybody other team. They would call me, Coach McGee, we have an irate parent. I was the one to go talk to the irate parents. So I already knew it was coming before it happened. And the coach would tell me, man, this kid suck. This kid, he's going to get somebody else hurt, or he's going to get hurt. So I would tell the parent that. I'm like, so Jay, the reason why little Jay's not playing is because we're looking out for his safety. Because he's not giving 100%, he's giving about 70%, and everybody's giving 100%, he's going to get hurt. If in worst case scenario, he's going to get somebody else hurt. And do you want
you get the parents that go, you get parents that probably say, well, wait a second. Joe's kid over there, he wasn't giving 100% today. Why did he play? Why did he play? Why is my kid not playing? I don't know.
All I can say,
I think parents get.
I'm afraid that more things like this are going to happen with the NIL and the money that is trickling down into the high school ranks.
Oh yeah.
And parents are going to just flip out, dude. And my son, that was 10 years ago, easy. So I can't even imagine what coaches are going through these days with you, and especially in football.
Well, at least the leagues,
trying to get their players to play, into college and high school and try to get to that next freaking level. Oh my God, it's bad.
Well, the league that my son is on, we haven't gotten there yet. I do see parents get a little crazy. They start yelling at the refs or yelling at the coaches, but we haven't gotten there yet. So as he's progressing, into the Pop Warners and whatnot, I'm expecting to see a lot more hostility as he gets older. Right now we're still at a point where the coaches are trying to give everybody the same amount of playing time. You know what I mean? Whether you suck or don't suck.
Well,
and what sucks about that,
it doesn't develop the goddamn players.
It doesn't develop the player, and the coach wants to win. I mean,
So when I was growing up, man, if you was a fat kid and you got picked on being a fat kid, you know what you did?
Play football.
You got unfat.
Well, you figured out a way not to be fat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you figured out
unfat.
Right.
Or like he said, you play a sport where it makes sense for you.
Well, so if you play a sport and everybody's getting playing time and everybody is getting the same, you don't know if you're good or not. So you're never going to like Brady. Brady was the 120 something pick or some shit. I mean, it was the fifth round that he was picked.
And he was a backup quarterback too. You got picked. He was a backup.
Dude, he was so pissed off, and he was going to sit there and show everybody that overlooked him and didn't pick him. He was going to prove to them that they fucked up. It gave him a drive. You hear about Michael Jordan. There's stories about Michael Jordan coming up with
how he got cut.
Him getting cut, in high school was the one thing. But even when he was a pro and he had already won national champion, the NBA championship, he would come up with stories about some dude talking shit about him, and it would like give him a chip on his shoulder, and he would go out there and he would fucking score 50 points in that fucking game. You have to have that drive. So if you make everything okay, where does that person develop that drive to become better? And I think that's a fault with society. And hopefully we're getting back to, especially with Trump being in office and kind of going back to, some of those things where if you're not good enough to play, you're not good enough to play. And parents have to learn to accept that. And instead of getting pissed off at the coaches and take it out on the coaches, look themselves in the fucking mirror and get out there with their kid and spend time with them
and throw the fucking ball around. Do something.
And make them better. If it's so fucking important to you that you are going to take a gun and shoot the fucking coach because your kid didn't get enough fucking playing time, then get out there and actually do something with that fucking kid to make him fucking better. Don't take it out on the fucking coach.
I don't want to villainize the coach, but why the fuck was the coach? I got to ask this question. Why was the coach had a gun with him on the field?
That begs the question.
He's probably already had threats against him.
He's probably
already had threats against him from other parents about certain things. And he felt like that, hey, maybe I need to start worrying about my life and I need to start carrying something to protect myself. That's how fucking crazy it could be getting.
In this situation, the coach wanted to, so it was escalating, and the coach said, "Here," he told his buddy or whatever to hold the gun, his gun, so they can go to hand-to-hand combat. You know what I mean?
Let's fist fight.
Let's fist fight this out, and we'll figure it out from there. Whoever wins, we'll figure that out. But the dad, they didn't want to fist fight. Pulled out the gun, fired 5 times, and put him in critical condition. Good thing the coach is still alive, but he didn't want to settle it.
Okay, lesson learned is when you go to a gunfight, don't give up your gun.
Don't give up your goddamn gun.
You're right about that.
You don't go to a knife fight with, or a gunfight with a knife.
Do you know this guy?
Your fucking gun.
This guy's attorney, he said it was self-defense.
The father's attorney?
Yeah, the father's attorney said it was self-defense. Bitch, you had a gun. You saw him. Everybody saw him give up his gun. It wasn't self-defense.
It was premeditated, especially when you give up the gun.
But he's going to fight is that he saw the gun being handed to one of his friends,
and he thought it was.
He didn't know if his friend was going to shoot him or not. So
he's going to have to appeal it because this happened October 2023. He was just sentenced the other day.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
This went on for almost a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
That is crazy. I mean, I've coached so many football teams, so many games, football, basketball, tackle football, flag football, 7-on-7. I've coached it all. And for the thing of a parent come and shoot me,
That's scary.
I've come close. I've come close where I wanted to fight parents. I got kicked out of a game one time on my birthday because me and the ref didn't get along. The ref was mad, but I was the president of the program. Of the program. So I sat down from the first game to the last game. It just so happened my game was, I think, the last game. If not the last game, second before the last game. This was a while ago. This was 2012, 2013. And the game before mine, one of my coaches just was on the ref's ass all game. Sanchez, if you're listening, goddamn it, I'm talking about you. He was on the ref's ass. So my team was really good. I had a Super Bowl type team. So, and his other team had maybe won one game all season. So I was supposed to beat the shit out of them. And here we are in the third quarter, and I'm struggling because every time we score, like every time we touch the ball, we ran in for a touchdown. And the ref will call it back. Ref will call it back. Ref will call it back. So I was frustrated. So the ref called a penalty on something one day, and then the flag happened to land next to my foot. So I say, oh, now you see a penalty, you blind motherfucker. Let me show you how to throw this flag. So I picked up the flag and I threw that bitch hard as I could across the field, and he threw me out the game.
Well, I'm surprised there's not more parent. That's the biggest thing I've seen on the field where parents get upset is with the referees, whether it's an umpire or referee, where the parents really get upset. And I've been one of them. I've watched games and how the hell you call that freaking a foul and this, that, or whatever, and get upset because we get so invested. That's the thing, and was talking trash earlier about parents, thinking that their sons are the greatest, and of course all parents think that, right? You have to kind of come to the conclusion he's not, but you get in certain moments where yes, you feel that way. And when it comes to when they're playing the game and you don't feel calls are going a certain way, you get that upset as refs. But you've got to be able to, and trust me, I've been on the sidelines where stupid motherfucker, why'd you call that call? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then have to turn around and kind of just calm myself down and realize, hey, it's just a game, and not
and their kids, and their kids,
yeah. And we're trying to develop them.
Yeah, and
they don't want to see your dad jumping out off the stands, bitching and complaining at the refs.
Well, it's such a bad example for them too. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying to be the role model. You're trying to, because things are going to go in their life where they get upset, and if their first
they saw dad reacting that way,
and then they just react that way. Well, you set the precedent. You know what I'm saying?
You taught them to be that way. Yeah.
So think about it. You're right. Think about it. This kid who saw his dad shoot the coach, even though he got 13 years in prison for it. 13. His son is pretty much going to think that he could, can use violence for the rest of his life when things not going this way.
That's an opportunity, or he realizes
the consequences.
The consequences of it, and he's like, yeah, I'm never going to act that way. So it can go either way, but yeah, I mean, as parents, we have to set the example, and yes, we can get upset, we can care about our kids, but we have to not cross that fine line of where it turns into violence.
And it did happen in St. Louis. Any of y'all ever been to St. Louis?
No, I have not.
It's a rough time. The whole fucking city is rough, bro.
Sure.
Well, I'll tell you what. That'll bring me into our game. I'm not as good as Dave. All right. He's not with us. He's busy looking for a new boyfriend on Tinder. But that's why he couldn't join us today. But I do have a game here. Let's see if I can at least let's see how we're going to do this, right? So it's the top 10. It's going to be the top 10 most dangerous cities in the country.
St. Louis.
And so we're going to start off at number 10. I'm going to give you a hint, and then whoever can call out their name first and tell me what that city is, that's how this game's going to go. And Jay's not good at this. What's that?
Fuck calling out our names. We're just gonna blur the answer.
You don't like to calling out the name things. You don't like it.
No, fuck that. I don't. Just whoever knows the answer, just say the answer.
All right, and here we go. We're gonna start off. Founded in the mid 1800s as a mining hub during the gold rush, this city has
San Francisco.
Long way since the Wild Wild West days. It would be in Colorado.
Denver
comes in at number 10, most dangerous city in the United States.
Somebody told me that yesterday. I love Denver, man. Denver is pretty expensive.
You think all the weed smoking going on over there, everybody be chill.
Everybody's
calm and relaxed.
Everybody is calm. Everybody calm and hungry over there.
Yeah, but it's one of the most dangerous cities. So maybe that's all the illegal immigrants that's coming.
I heard it's a lot of gangs, a lot of gang violence.
Exactly.
All right, up next. Although it's better known to outsiders as a vacation hotspot for beachgoers, this city comes in at number 9.
Miami.
Nope. This is going to be in South Carolina.
Oh, Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. They got that one. This city in Missouri has no flyover. What's that?
St. Louis.
Flyover in town. The metropolitan area, which straddles 2 states, is one of the
Kansas City.
Kansas City comes in at number 8, dangerous city.
That's the Kansas City, Missouri part. The Kansas City, Kansas is beautiful. Kansas City, Missouri is the fucking hood.
Once in haven for immigrants in this powerhouse industry, this city culturally identifies as Springs and its past. It comes in at number 7th most dangerous city in Ohio.
Cleveland,
Ohio. That is correct. Wally. Let's see here. This city charms visitors and locals alike with its music scene, diversity, cuisine, and stubborn refusal. Comes in at number 7.
What state is in?
It is in Louisiana.
New Orleans.
I got Keith on that one. Good job. All right, we're halfway through. Right now we got Wally at 3 and Keith at 2. Keith, you're losing for a change. You got to pull it. You got 5 more to go. Let's see if you can do it. All right. You may know this little city in Arkansas as home to William J.
Little Rock.
Little Rock. There you go.
Oh my God, I've been to Little Rock too. That bitch rough.
That came in at number 5. At number 4, this town in Alabama was born from the iron and steel industry and known for playing crucial role in what's that?
Mobile?
Not Mobile.
Birmingham,
Alabama. Good job, Keith. That brings you are on the board. It's a 1-point game with Wally ahead of leading the pack here. All right, and this city it's steeped its history and culture and innovation. This Michigan metropolis was borders Canada and comes in Detroit. Keith, and Detroit comes in at number 3. This one should be pretty easy. This city in what's that?
Chicago.
This city has a historic metro area of 2.2 million with family-friendly reputation. Comes in at number 2. We were just talking about it.
Miami.
Nope. It's part of the story that we were talking about. The football coach.
Oh, St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri comes in at number 2.
Told you, I think that bitch, boy. It's rough, man. It's rough in the loop.
And you know what? That brings Keith up to leading the pack here. All right. And this surprised me. The number 1 most dangerous city in the state of United States is in this setting, Mississippi Delta. Blank City has a metro area where the energy of urban living meddles with the slow rhythms of blues.
Gary? No, that's Indiana.
Nope.
Freaking
It's that bad city in Mississippi, man. I can't think of the name of it.
Not Mississippi. It's not Mississippi. It runs along the Mississippi River. I believe that's why it says Mississippi Delta. It's in Tennessee.
Oh,
blues.
Memphis. Yeah, Memphis,
Tennessee.
Yeah, Memphis fucked up.
Memphis comes in at number 1 most dangerous city in the country. And that, my friend, may not as good as David does it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I did it better. But that was our top 10 game. Good job, guys.
Wrap it up. There was no teams from Florida, no cities from Florida on that top 10 list.
I just want to let everybody know that you both tied, and I don't have a tiebreaker. So, good job, guys. All right. And then I know Keith is very excited about something, and we got about 5 minutes left on our show. Keith, take it away. What are you excited about?
I am excited because Wawa is building their 5th store in the state of Florida.
Not Wawa.
Not Wawa. Buc-ee's. I'm sorry.
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is building a 5th store in Florida. I am fucking excited. One of my daughters live in Tallahassee, so I definitely will be going to that store.
It says here they're also opening up one in Ocala, or is that not right?
Yeah, that one Ocala should be open soon.
Yeah.
If it's not open yet, it should be open. But soon.
I didn't know shit about Buc-ee's, man, until me and my girl were on our way to Jacksonville one day, and
pull over in St. Augustine.
Yeah, we stopped up there in St. Augustine, man, and dog, man, you can get anything from a fucking Buc-ee's, dude. It's like
anything.
It's the Walmart of fucking gas stations.
Yes, there's 500 pumps. I went in there and you can get barbecue, You can get clothes.
That
Food,
barbecue is amazing,
groceries.
man.
Groceries. I've never seen anything like that.
I saw leather bags,
Yeah.
freaking
Boots.
cow freaking rugs,
Bruh.
Rugs made out
A
of cowhide.
100 spot is nothing to drop at Buc-ee's because you're gonna fill up your car. While you're there, I don't care if you already have 3/4 tank of gas. You gotta top your car off. Then you're gonna go in there. All depends on how many people in your car. You're gonna get drinks. You're gonna get food. You're gonna get snacks. You might get one of them goddamn cowgirl things you're talking about. $100 is nothing to spend at Buc-ee's, bro.
Well, it's one of those things, man. Especially if you got kids, man. Like if you're traveling long distance on the road, it's like, oh shit, there's a Buc-ee's. Let's pull over here so the kids can get out, kind of walk around. It gives you and your old lady, an opportunity to walk around, kind of break up the damn drive. I mean, yeah, you could spend 45 minutes to an hour just walking around through the store, just looking at different shit that they.
Not question. Am I the only one that get anxiety when I go in? I don't pass at Buc-ee's. I don't give a fuck what Buc-ee's, where I'm at. If I see a Buc-ee's, I'm pulling over. But it's so many people in there. I kind of get.
Well, the anxiety is pulling in the motherfucker and trying to figure out a place to park.
Well, yeah, they have 752 pumps, so just trying to figure that out.
The pump, but if you're not getting gas, that just trying to park to go into the goddamn store, I mean, it's. I mean,
God forbid you pump your gas and then go into the store and don't move your car first. You might get into a fight.
Oh yeah,
somebody.
Why you holding that motherfucker up?
Well, yeah, because you're going to be inside that damn store for an hour. I'm looking at their website. They sell smokers. They sell smokers there.
And I want one. It looks so good.
Fire pits.
They have them on the outside. Yep. They have them on the outside as you walking in.
Yeah.
And they sell it there. I've never seen a gas station sell fire pits and smokers. I've only been to Buc-ee's once. It was very overwhelming. I agree. There's a lot of people inside that store and walking around.
So you got regular cars going in there. You've got people in campers, SUVs. You've got all of these tractor trailers.
No, they keep the tractor trailers out. The only tractor trailers is for deliveries. They don't sell. They might sell diesel, but they don't allow tractor trailers. There's a big sign when you pull in, no trucks.
But you got campers that are pulling in there.
Campers pulling in.
And you got people trying to drive around, trying to figure out where they're going. Oh yeah, the anxiety is kind of high sometimes when you're trying to pull in. But when you get inside, get you some cinnamon pecan nuts. Start eating those throughout the as you're walking through the store. Pick you up a barbecue sandwich on the way out.
I was gonna say, what's your go-to? What's the Buc-ee's go-to when you go in?
Oh, the barbecue sandwich is top notch.
The brisket or the shredded
either one. The brisket's really good.
Both of them pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two locations in Florida: Daytona Beach and St. Augustine. I guess they're opening up one in Ocala and Tallahassee.
And they open up one in Fort Pierce too.
In Fort Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna have 4 locations.
Matter of fact, Tallahassee is the 5th one. Yeah, Tallahassee is the 5th one. Jay,
Appreciate
you went there.
Wally.
Jay, you say you've been there once. What did you get when you went there?
I didn't get anything. I just walked around. I wanted to see what a Buc-ee's was. I'd never heard of Buc-ee's until I saw it on the side of the road. I'm like, what is this place?
And they pay the employees top fucking dollar.
They had someone in there making chocolate, like rolling chocolate. I was this is a gas station. What am I doing?
Dude, they got seafood there. You can get goddamn lobsters,
really?
Legs. Yeah, they got everything, dude.
Bro, Buc-ee's. I do more flying than I do driving. I'd rather bite the bullet, pay for the flight. I have TSA pre-check. I'll arrive to the airport 30 minutes before fucking the plane we board. But so I don't get the Buc-ee's like I used to because I fly every fucking where. But if I'm gonna go, I try to make my route where I hit Buc-ee's in the morning because they have a phenomenal breakfast too. You get one of them croissant, bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm not even an egg guy, but I eat that bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. They have at Buc-ee's. And then I try to hit that second Buc-ee's right around lunchtime and get that brisket. And they have the best goddamn gummy bears. I eat them. Get me 2 bags of gummy bears. And like you do, like you say, Wally, just snack on. I snack on gummy bears the whole trip.
Well, they got great beef jerky, sausages.
Yes.
I mean, you can get all kinds
All
of
right.
stuff in there, man.
So next time I'm over in the Daytona area or the St. Augustine, I'm
Dude,
gonna have to stop in.
on a Saturday morning, you ain't got nothing going on, you and our lady.
Yeah,
Just
Jay,
Drive over there, get some barbecue.
Jay,
Just
you
walk
45
around.
minutes. You 45 minutes from Buggy, Jay.
Yeah, just ride
Yeah,
up there,
I-
man. Just walk around, dude. It's like going to a goddamn a flea
Costco.
market. You know,
Costco. That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah, just subtract
whatever.
in there.
Same thing.
All right, I'll check it out next time I'm out there, or maybe like you said on Saturday, I'll take the kids with me.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes from your house Saturday morning. Get on I-4 to 95, second exit on your right.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm so happy that you're excited about it, Keith. I mean, that's a big deal. That
Oh, man, I love Buc-ee's. I got to figure out a way to invest in Buc-ee's.
Do they take stocks?
I got to check.
Oh, yeah, they're a publicly traded company. You can make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, we're coming to the end of the show. It's been a 2-hour good show. Hey, I'm really impressed with this one. I thought it went very well, very smooth. Good job, guys. Very, very happy with this one.
Yes, sir.
Any last words before we move on? Oh, by the way, we're going to be back live next Sunday on time. We're not going to be as late. But any last words? Keith.
Yes. Great show, guys. Happy. Hope everybody have a great week. Like and subscribe. This is for my buddies right here, Jay and Wally. Fuck the tariffs. Sam's have a handle of Tito's with $25.
$25. I like that. Wally, any last words?
No, just great show. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to regular time. Hopefully, the people that listen to us on a regular time will be back. But great show. March Madness coming up, man. Interesting.
Yep.
Interested to see who gets the seeds and where everybody ends up, and we'll follow that the next couple of weeks. And looks like it's going to come down to Duke or Florida. To me, I think might win the tournament this year. So, but should be good times.
Sounds good, man. Looking forward to seeing what's going on. I got to do my research on March Madness. I don't know much about it, but I'll be prepared. I will be prepared for next week's show. Dave should be back with us next week as well. So we'll be at full 100%. I'm going to propose that we do something. I'm going to propose it today, and then we will close the books on it on next week. You call yourself Wally, but I believe we should change your name to Angry Wally. AW, Angry Wally. Yeah.
AW sticks.
Hey, I just try to speak the truth, and I get a little emotional, but hey, man, if it's real, man, that's what I'm about.
A little emotional, a little fragile.
I want people to hear real shit. You know what I'm saying?
A little fragile. That's what you are.
AW sticks.
Hey, listen. I want to let you know, AW, that we had up to 12 people watching the show. Not sure if they're our normal listeners or if they're just catching us because we're live in the afternoon. We currently have 5 watching right this second. So I think we made out pretty good. That's it for us, guys, man. Make sure to watch us on YouTube, like and subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and we will be back next week with all of us here together with more fun stuff to talk about. We are the Trash Talkers.
Let's do it.